Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation coach under the sun. Reason why there's no such coaching program like my coaching program anywhere on the internet, because I've designed it myself, and also for the very reason that nobody ever spends or has spent as much time with their clients like I do. True story. 2 to 3 times per week, I get together with all of my clients. This frequency, again, does not exist. With the regular package, that's exactly the frequency with which I get together with you, whether that's on Zoom or phone calls. All the information is below. And the Deluxe package allows you to have 3 mandatory sessions with me. In between, we have correspondence by email, text, and also you can send me audio messages, but they have to be 5 minutes long max. All right. So I always want to remind everybody that I no longer create educational audios for my channel. It's a subscription based club, if you want to call it that now. Again, the link is on my website. It's called monthly Magic and Miracles monthly audios, and what you'll receive is actually an audio every other day on a specific topic. This is very precious material that will go into my book. It's very in-depth discussion. It's literally entry-level coaching without having any correspondence with me, okay? You receive a lot of information that I cover in my coaching, some exercises, etc. It's very underpriced right now. It's $350 for the entire month. So I would really take advantage of that. The deluxe version of it is $750, which includes 2 sessions with me, each lasting an hour. There are also other packages on my channel, on my website, like Bring Your SP Back in 30 Days and the Magician course. But for that, you really have to be a little bit somewhat advanced, meaning like, for example, with the SP package, you would have to have everything already kind of working in your life other than the SP. Okay, otherwise get into my coaching and then we can do an intensive course, maybe for the second month. I usually recommend 2 to 3 months in coaching with me, but some people have done it in a couple of months. Okay, it depends on your situation. So as promised, I keep covering the questions from my mailbox. So I have an opportunity in between my meetings right now, and I'm actually really super duper inspired beyond what I can describe right now. My hands are shaking. That's how excited I am right now to answer this question. And I'll explain why I'm so excited. But the question essentially that comes up a lot in a lot of the emails that I receive and received in the past is, does manifesting an SP back even work? Is this even real? Okay, is this even possible? So let me tell you something. It's not only possible, but it's kind of fucking spooky how it works. So for all of you out there, for those of you out there, and for all of you out there who are really struggling with this, try to get into my coaching. There's no such substitute like coaching one-on-one. Because I'm able to explore a lot of things with you, obviously. If nothing else, okay, you will learn exactly what you need to do. Now, if you can't afford to stay with me more than 1 month, okay, let's just say, you will learn what you need to do, the kinds of ideas you need to implement in your life so that you can start making the shift. So it's worth every penny time spent with me. However, I do require that you come to work. You don't rebuttal my methods. Okay. So, and here's the deal. Yesterday afternoon, actually the whole fucking day, I was cleaning my office, because if I'm not working, I'm not satisfied. But essentially, I was going through a lot of things of different businesses of mine. And essentially, I was cleaning out my office and I found some lyrics, okay? So some of you know I also write songs and have written songs like for the majority of my life, but professionally, I started collaborating with people since like 2016, which incidentally is also the year I started coaching. But anyway, so a lot of creativity happened in 2016. Let me just tell you that. So I was kind of like going through the lyrics, and I found like, a whole album that I never recorded of this story that I wrote about one of the SPs that at the time broke my heart. This was written like, ages ago, by the way. Like, this is like, I'm talking, I don't know, over 10 years ago or something. Well over 10 years ago. I'm talking like mid 2000s, okay? And basically the lyrics that I wrote were telling a story that I would have liked to achieve at that time, right? And I was in separation with that SP at the time, needless to say. And two things, like, as I was reading it, I was entirely transported to that time when I was like so in pain, so kind of like desperate, so kind of like couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, couldn't stop thinking of this person, la la la, why did this happen, blah blah blah. I mean, it was hell, right? And I was like really, I work with my clients, and, I really do understand the pain. But at that moment, when I like got transported back into that time, I really understood the pain that you guys go through. And I'm not laughing because it's not a joke. It's really some kind of other situation, And two things like really hit me at the same time, because I was like, and I'm literally shaking as I'm saying this. This is how like real this is. Two things hit me at the same time: how important it is that the work that I do here with all of you in trying to explain, or in some cases, in a lot of cases, demonstrating how what you're doing and how you're doing it isn't what you're supposed to be doing, which is obsessing and chasing and la la la. And I've done all of that, trust me. And two, when I was reading the lyrics, telling the story how I would have liked it to be, that he's going to come and beg and apologize, that he's going to regret it, that he's going to realize, and da-ba-do-ba-do-ba-do-ba-do. And all these things, it was like one song after the other. Really good stuff, by the way. I should really record it. But it was so like, it was such like energetically, it was so heavy that I'm like, can I really record this? Because it's good stuff, but I'm not sure. We'll see. So Paloma, by the way, if you're listening, go start record your things, because first of all, songs are real. I don't know if you guys heard one of those audios that I recorded when I first started this channel, but I literally said songs are predictions. And what actually ended up happening, it took me a few years. I think it took me like 3 or 4 years, 3 years, I think. And this guy literally came back, and I was no longer interested. I was so over this guy. It was like, please, because I ended up just progressing in life, making the money I want, da-ba-do-ba-do. And I was already with somebody else, but this guy was literally so hooked on me, just like I described him to be in my songs, in my lyrics. I couldn't get rid of him for a while. And he was like dead set on me. And again, I don't know what happens. This is why I say it's easy to manifest SP back. You just have to know that you have the power. But the thing is, I was so angry with this person. I harbored so much anger. I was like, ooh, And for that reason, it took me that long. When I stopped hating him, when I stopped thinking bad thoughts about him, when I was like, whatever, kind of like nonchalant almost kind of deal, then he showed up, and he was literally, it was as if he read my fucking songs. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like literally, I was reading the lyrics, like shivers came down my spine. Like I was like, holy shit, bananas. It was literally a holy shit moment. And I haven't read those lyrics like since. And it didn't even connect with me at the time when he came back and started begging me that I had written like a whole album, because I keep writing songs like all the time. And when he did come back, I was just like, wow, I was obsessing over you, like, please, like, but the thing is, it definitely works. It definitely works. And the reason that I manifested him being like hot and cold towards me, preferring somebody else, this and, the usual fucking drama. And again, this was in my 20s. Was because I was insecure. I'll be the first one to say it. I was madly insecure. Yesterday I recorded this audio about like how you already have what you want. And I know I'm not the most beautiful woman, but I'm doing okay. But it took me so long to realize that I'm okay, just the way that I am. That I don't need to do anything, like I'm perfect just the way that I am. And a lot of you, like people that I coach, like it's exactly what I see and what I wish somebody told me back then. Like, you just find the way you fucking are. What's not working for you is your mind right now. Your insecurity, your worries, your mistrust towards the universe, and mistrust towards what you deserve, like, and not realizing what you deserve. Like, look at yourself in the mirror, like, hello, how are you? And it was so much information, like, energetically that I downloaded, that I was like, wow, yeah, this is what, first of all, it's scripting. So like when people say scripting doesn't work, okay, I beg to differ big time. Because every time I've written something, it may have taken me a bit because I didn't fully buy into it or whatever, or I had some kind of resentment again, like I just mentioned, but it fucking works. It works scary good. Like I said, it was as if he had literally read my lyrics and came and recited back to them to me. It was insane. Okay, so when you guys are, and I remember again, like lonely nights, really bitter nights, crying, worrying, looking him up on social media and doing all this dumb shit, when all I had to do was like literally trust in my power, But again, this comes with experience. So the number one thing, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say is that it starts definitely with you. But the thing is, okay, get your head out of your fucking ass, man, and start realizing how powerful this is. If I hadn't had these insecurities and all these fucking trauma panorama, this guy would have come back and begged me. And you know what? It's probably best that he didn't, because ultimately I didn't want him. There were so many different reasons why I didn't want him, but I was so preoccupied with being insecure, I didn't even ask the question, what do I really prefer? And for some of you, that's what ends up happening. You kind of elevate yourself so much in my coaching. You're like, please, this motherfucker, psh, come on now. I'm the queen, I'm the king here. Seriously now. Not they don't have to abuse you for that to have happened. It's just change your mind. You're like, please, I know who I am now. Because honestly, when you kind of downplay yourself like that and you don't know your power, it looks fucking weird. I just want to tell you that. It does look weird, okay? There's some choices that I've made, like I said, in my 20s that, seriously, looking back, I'm like, something's wrong with this girl. Have you got a mirror? Have you got a brain, darling? Seriously now. But the thing is, I'm laughing, but it's so true. A lot of you are downplaying yourselves big time, hugely. Okay, so what you need to do is really restructure the way you think about yourself. Like today, if this guy just happened to be, if this was all over, let's just say I was single and this and that, and this would have happened, I would be like, fine, whatever, it's your loss. Next. You know, you know what I mean? It wouldn't even be an issue, but it's an issue for you because you take the cue from someone else on the outside to determine your worth. Meanwhile, it's the other way around. It's completely the other way around. And when you know that simple truth, oh my God, do you get to create miracles on a dime, every day, all day, okay? So in other words, and there's literally a lyric in there, like, you know what, when I'll record it, I'll share it with you. It will be like therapeutic for a lot of you. I was thinking of all of my clients and all of my subscribers when I was reading the lyrics. And I was like, I should really share this on my channel because a lot of people would really like, it's a therapeutic, like almost like a breakup album that really, you know, I don't know how else to say it. I'm not going to share it now, okay? I have to copyright protect it and all this fucking shit. But the thing is, the sole reason you're having problems is because you put this issue of SP on such a high pedestal. You've lost yourself in this problem, and it's time to rediscover yourself, really. So some people, when they, you know, when they're in coaching with me, for example, they say to me, you know, Anna, you know, I feel content. Like I feel like I don't care about them anymore if they come back or not. And I always say, you know, it's not that you don't care, it's that you're not obsessed anymore. You know, you don't have them on a pedestal. You have yourself on a pedestal, which is what's supposed to be. Not in a narcissistic way, but in a very, like, authentic, genuine, healthy, self-care, self-love kind of way. You know, yeah, what's up? You can come and go. You can stand on your head, whatever the fuck you do. I'm still in love with my life, and I'm still in love with me. You see how different that feels from, oh my God, if you don't come back, I'm miserable. Like, come on. Okay. And so when you no longer want them, in quotations, it means that you're not obsessing over it. And that's when it comes. You do want them, but your definition of wanting to be with somebody versus needing to be with somebody has to, like, you know, change a little bit. The confidence that everybody speaks of, like of my own, etc., and on my channel and the videos and audios and blah, 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 it comes just solely from this. Time and time again, I realized that the confidence is, I'm okay just the way I am. I'm okay with or without you. And I certainly am very happy with or without you. The end. You don't define my happiness. I create my own happiness. And you know something? In relationships, it's the same shit. So if getting into a relationship looking for a savior, forget it. It's an exchange. It's a dance, right? So it's twofold, the situation, right? Whether you're bringing somebody back or you are getting into a relationship and want to maintain it. It has to be that you are a good dancer, a good partner with stuff going on, right? I couldn't care less what changes, you know, with my partner or whatever, meaning like, you know, it doesn't define me, right? Meaning I show up with my, you know, golden Buddha status, and you better show up with your golden Buddha status. But my golden Buddha status certainly doesn't depend on your showing up as a golden Buddha or not. Okay, I'm still going to keep trucking. So, you know, you better catch up. But, I mean, this conversation could be from your partner, for example. You know, you never know. So you have to be showing up in the golden Buddha status. Otherwise, you can't create the outcomes that you want. Really, really not. Because if you are desperate, crying, and this and that energy of such a low vibration that you cannot attract anything good, no matter if you are like the most beautiful person in the world, the most talented, and this and that. Where is all this talent? Where is all this beauty? You're not cashing it in quotations. You're supposed to present it to the world and really believe in it. Right now, you do not. Okay, not for nothing, but it's true story. So nobody wants to be, you know, a good vibration has to attract a good outcome. In other words, no outcome that you seek that will be pleasing to you will come from the vibration of desperation. Don't look for it. You somehow, some way, parenthesis here, through Anna's coaching, not for nothing, but true story. Just saying, it's the truth, okay? Because I've been through this shit. I know exactly how to do it. And I remember the state of total depletion, total like I am nothing, total annihilation almost, I could say. That state did not produce anything good for years, okay? It took me like good 2 years to come back to me. And you know how it came back to me? To myself, to my true self? Again, by investing in myself, okay? By investing in my interests, etc. Going to work on me, what pleases me. At the time I was modeling still, booking this job, booking that job, doing this cooking class, blah, 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 whatever the fuck else I was doing, partying with friends, la ba doo ba doo, okay? Writing my poetry, aka lyrics, and also all this kind of shit that I really enjoyed. But it didn't do it on its own. And I remember the stage shifted so drastically after I just deliberately one day, like literally most of the time, I was just like laying in bed and crying if I wasn't working and if I wasn't eating or showering, okay? And that was no way to live. And I was just like, one day I was just like, somebody invited me to some kind of, I forget what it was, some kind of an event where, there were like a lot of well-known people, etc. And I almost didn't go because I was so fucking depressed because of some schmuck, okay? Stupid. And luckily, this at the time, friend of mine was like, Anna, get the fuck out of the bed, okay? Please, put some makeup on, let's go. And I did. And I got so inspired in that vibration that I was like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? And so I literally kicked my own fucking ass after like a year and a half, almost 2 years of like, whimpering about it. And that got me inspired to do other things. And that's exactly what it is. And so somehow, some way achieved that vibration of like, I am the ruler of this situation. I am the captain of the ship. I am the magician of my life. Hello, how are you? Good morning. For the moment over there, I fucking forgot. But guess what? The power is always mine. So it's kind of like you took off the crown of being a king or a queen, but put the fucking crown back on and keep on tracking because your power is so immense. It will fucking scare you. I'm telling you this. Okay. So when I finally got over my, playing victim mode, this guy did come back and literally he was like, I will do anything you want me to. Begged me. And at the time I was like, oh my God, this is such a miserable sight. I don't even want to see him. Because again, you might change your mind through changing yourself, through coaching, however, working on your beliefs. It changes everything. And then you look back on that miserable state and you'd be like, who the fuck was this person? And why the fuck did I waste so much time in this misery? Time fucking wasted. Today is the day of your salvation. As they say in the Bible. I'm so serious though. Okay, start doing something today. Book a session with me, come into coaching with me. Let's get the shit done. Get a hobby, get a pedicure, get a massage, start a new business, do something, okay? Yes, do something in the 3D that demonstrates your faith and demonstrates the kind of like the demarcation from the old version of you to the new version of you. Thank you very much for listening. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.